Hello and welcome to Spirit of Life. I'm Mirella Rich. Today our guest is Katrina Haller, who is a retired lawyer and also works now for Pregnancy Assistance Frankston. And she'll tell you all about it. Welcome to the program.
Thanks, Mirella.
And can you tell us a little bit about, just to the viewers, about what Pregnancy Assistance Frankston is?
Well, we're a shop front in Frankston, and girls come in, we offer them a free pregnancy test. We offer them counselling and support. So we're happy to support them for as long as they need that in any way that they need it. So they might need assistance with telling their parents, they might need assistance with accommodation, they might have other problems. Whatever we can do to help, we do.
Beautiful. So
we say an unplanned pregnancy should result in unplanned joy.
Beautiful. What a beautiful way to look at it. And also I thought we might start the show with Mary's message from Medjugorje. This one is from November the 25th, 2021. Our Lady's been appearing in Medjugorje, this little village in Bosnia-Herzegovina, since June the 24th, 1984, I think it is, and still is today, to 6 visionaries, and some every day and some just on their birthdays or once a year. So I'll start with the message on November the 25th, 2021. Our Lady said to everyone on earth, "Dear children, I am with you in this time of mercy, and I am calling all of you to be carriers of peace and love in this world, where through me, little children, God is calling you to be prayer and love, and an expression of heaven here on earth. May your hearts be filled with joy and faith in God, that little children you may have complete trust in His holy will. That is why I am with you, because He, the Most High, is sending me among you to encourage you to the hope, and you will be peacemakers in this peaceless world. Thank you for having responded to my call." So I thought this is a beautiful message about bringing heaven on earth. Our Lady said, "Dear children, I'm with you in this time of mercy, and I'm calling all of you to be carriers of peace and love in this world, where through me, little children, God is calling you to be prayer and love." Well, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, yes, peace begins in the womb.
Yes.
And we love these women.
Yes.
And we love their babies.
Yeah.
And we hope that the women can have enough space and time to connect with their babies, to be able to imagine themselves as a mother, say in a year's time, in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time. What can a baby bring to their life? And we think every baby brings their own joy.
Yeah.
So we hope that we can be Mary's hands in offering love and support to these mothers.
It's beautiful. And also, as we said in the other program, you're not the only one that does this. There's other groups in other suburbs. If it's too far for people to go to Frankston, they can also go to some other suburbs.
Yes. Well, there's Open Doors in Ringwood. There's Caroline Chisholm Society in Caroline Springs. There's a new pregnancy help centre in Bundoora.
And they all do similar kind of things?
Yes, we do. Yes. So we're just there to support the women. We're a community because we are the grandmothers and the aunts that these girls don't have.
Yes.
We do have a lot of social capital because we have a lot of connections with other organisations.
Yeah. So
we can bring that all together to help in any way possible.
And also, as you were a lawyer for many years, what's the legal rights of a child and an unborn child?
Well, yes, every child has the right to life. And the Universal Declaration on the Rights of the Child, as well as the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, both of them state, inverted commas, the child, by reason of his physical and mental immaturity, needs special safeguards and care, comma, including appropriate legal protection, comma, before as well as after birth. So international law recognises that every child has to have special cares and safeguards, including legal protection, before as well as after birth. So there is no international right to abortion, the opposite actually. Every child has the right to care and safeguards.
Yeah, and so it should be. And if you can't have the baby, then someone else can look after the baby. You know, if it's the situation you're in.
Yes.
And it, you know, but there's also a lot of the point is that what your group does is there's a lot of loving support for these ladies.
Yes,
that's what they need the most.
Yes, that there's no problem big enough that should drive a mother to take the life of her own baby.
Yeah.
Breaks the maternal baby bond.
Yeah. And then there are also mothers that have done it and they are remorseful of it now, and there's support for them too, isn't there?
Well, yes, we do post-abortion counselling. These women have to go through stages of grief, and it's often not acknowledged by society. People say, "Oh, just get over it." And it's even worse than a miscarriage because they have contributed to this incident. So, yes, there's a great increase in drug and alcohol dependencies, a lot of depression and anxiety. 34% of women will suffer depression afterwards. So a huge mental cost to the mothers and physical cost as well.
Yeah.
So they can get rushed into it. You know, people can panic. And we want to give them the space and the time just to think through, in their heart of hearts, what would they really like if they didn't have the pressure from family or boyfriend or boss or whatever. In their heart of hearts, what they would really like to do. So
That's
we help
right.
to give them hope. We want them to be strong and courageous rather than just kind of cave into all the external pressures, and they are the ones that bear the cost if that happens.
Yeah. It's beautiful that you're offering all that. And another message Our Lady said was, God is calling you to be prayer and love and an expression of heaven here on earth. I mean, that's beautiful. But that's a lovely message, isn't it? But,
Yes.
you know, we're running out of time right now, but we'll talk about it when we get back.
Thank you.
You're watching Spirit of Life. Stay with us. We'll be back with more very shortly. Hello and welcome back to Spirit of Life. I'm Mirella Rich. If you've just joined us, we're with Katrina Haller, who is a retired lawyer and also works for Pregnancy Assist Frankston. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Mirella.
Can you tell us a little bit about the statistics now with the Pregnancy Assistance Frankston and also with the rate of abortions? Is it getting higher or lower these days?
Well, thankfully, it has been steadily decreasing
Praise
for the
God.
last 15 years.
Wow.
In Victoria, the birth rate has been generally increasing. So 15 years ago, it was about 71,000. Now it's 76,500. The abortion rate was about 19,000 per year. Wow. Now that has gone down to just under 8,000 per year.
Wow, that's
so while birth
decrease.
has generally been going up,
Yeah.
abortions have been consistently going down.
Wow.
So we're delighted with that.
Yeah. That
So
is such
whereas
good
1
news.
in 5 pregnancies ended with abortion 15 years ago, now it's less than 1 in 10.
Wow. And why do you think the change is? What do you think's happened in the world?
Well, I'm just noticing with my own children, they're saying, oh, well, of course this is a baby. They've seen photos of the ultrasound before birth, so they can see the baby there.
Yes.
And
yes.
now we have 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional ultrasounds.
That's right, yeah.
So they know that there is a baby there.
Yeah.
Whereas our generation were deceived, I think.
Yes,
we were
yeah.
told that it was just a bunch of cells, it was nothing. And we didn't have the technology that we have now. So that is beautiful.
Yeah,
yes.
that is really beautiful. And that brings us to another part of Mary's message, which was, God is calling you to be prayer and love and an expression of heaven here on earth. I guess we need to all ask ourselves, how can we be, each one of us, be an expression of heaven here on earth?
Yes. Well, we say with every unplanned pregnancy, we want unplanned joy to accompany that. When we do have a girl who is being interviewed in the interview room, the other people in the centre will drop everything that they're doing and pray for her. So we're praying for the girl, we're praying for the volunteer, just to be able to make a connection, be able to give the girl enough space and time just to think and feel. And we also have a prayer group so that if there is a particularly difficult situation, we can alert the prayer group and they will pray for that girl.
Wow. I remember once years ago I was in this this Catholic homeschool group, and one of the mums there got a call, and I think it might have been from Richard Grant or someone that was helping a mother that was in need, that was they'd saved to give birth to the baby, but they needed help. And so they just called out to all the mothers, has anyone got A, B, C, D, a cot, a pram, a this, a that? And all these mothers, yes, I can give this, I can give this. And everyone just so willingly wanted to help.
It is wonderful.
And straight away, yes, we've got all of that. We can bring it all, and organise straight away the day that it can all arrive. And just thought, what a beautiful unity amongst everybody.
It is, yes. And people give us things like that and we recycle them.
Yeah.
And especially during lockdown, people made beautiful knitted and crochet quilts and baby clothes.
See, so many people do have this love in their heart, don't they, on this earth, There's so many people with so much warmth and love in them.
Yes, yes. And when you look at
Praise
a baby,
God.
you just fall in love with the baby.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So beautiful. I'll read another part of Our Lady's message. Our Lady said, may your hearts be filled with joy and faith in God. I'll just stop there. May your hearts be filled with joy and faith in God. What does it mean to you to have a heart filled with joy and faith in God? How do you reach that?
Well, we don't want to have a fearful spirit. We want to have a spirit of faith and love and joy and strength and courage that this woman can continue their pregnancy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just need permission to continue the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Something very small. And a faith that she can do it.
Yeah. And a belief in yourself as well. Like sometimes people they keep thinking it's outside of them, so it's unreachable, but God is in you, so it is all reachable in you.
Yes, and some of our volunteers have had abortions themselves, or they've had a pregnancy in very difficult situations, so we can draw on our own experience for these girls.
Yes, exactly, so that they can relate to these situations. And then Our Lady went on to say, little children, you may have, so may your hearts be filled with joy and faith in God, that little children, you may have complete trust in his holy will. That is why I'm with you, because he, the Most High, is sending me among you to encourage you to the hope, and you will be peacemakers in this peaceless world. So we can make a difference. Everyone can make a difference to be the peacemaker. And it's just by thinking that way and acting that way, really.
Yes, and the world will make way for a baby.
Yes.
That there's no reason for somebody to be feeling so negative and so discouraged and so hopeless.
Yeah.
Once they continue that pregnancy, things will come together and she'll get the support that she needs.
That's right. And to believe and have faith that will come, not to fret, because when you have fear, it actually just brings on more fear and more bad things. But when you have hope, it brings on more good things.
Yes, yes. And it empowers these women too.
Yeah.
It gives them strength and courage that they can do it.
Exactly. And to know that there's more to them. They can do this,
Yes.
To believe in themselves. And then they can even be surprised later, think, I didn't know I could do all of that. I didn't know that was all in me,
Yes, a lot of them come back to us and say to us, I thought I could never do this.
Yeah. And just with the right, positive affirmations around them from other people.
Yes.
It helps them believe it. If they've got negative people around them saying, no, you can't do this, it's, you wasted your life, you're dead, blah, 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 then they're not going to feel any good. But if they have people saying, hey, no, we can this can work, There's help here. If you need this, there's assistance here. There's ways about it.
It can be very confusing to our girls if we say to them, you can do anything that you like. Mm-hmm. You can be on the board of companies. Mm-hmm. But then, oh, no, you couldn't possibly look after a little baby.
That's
now,
it.
how confusing is that?
Yeah.
And how that's putting them down so much.
And demoralising too.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, we've come to the break now, so we'll be talking more when we get back. You're watching Spirit of Life. I hope you're enjoying the program so far, and we'll see you again very shortly. Hello and welcome back to Spirit of Life. I'm Mirella Rich. If you've just joined us, we're here with Katrina Haller, who is a retired lawyer and also works for Pregnancy Assistance Frankston. Welcome back to the program.
Thanks, Mirella.
And can you tell us a little bit about your newsletter here?
Yes, well, we're supported by churches and individual donors and other organisations. So twice a year we just send out a newsletter. You can be on our email list if you like. And then we just talk about the mothers and the babies that have been born, people that we've helped. We have a couple of case studies in there. This newsletter, we celebrated 15 years since our opening. So that was a great achievement.
Beautiful, yes. And do you have any stories where the ultrasound has actually affected someone's choice of keeping their baby?
Well, the Helpers of God's Precious Infants referred an international student to us. She had gone into an abortion clinic and come out and said to them, they were not interested in me, they didn't care about my situation, they just wanted the money. And so they contacted one of our volunteers who took her to the Reformation Harvest Church in Hallam, and they did an ultrasound. She saw the ultrasound, so she saw the baby's heart beating, she saw the baby moving around and fell in love with her baby.
Oh.
She said, I can't have this baby because my host mother will kick me out of the house. So we went to speak to the host mother. The host mother did say she can't stay with me anymore. She's a bad example to the younger children I have in the house. So we said, well, she can stay at our place. So she did. But when she saw the ultrasound of the baby, I felt she really bonded with the baby. She thought, this is my baby, and if there's some way I can have the baby, I want to have the baby.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And so we were able to resolve the other problems around that.
Yeah.
She didn't go to the first term of Year 12, but she passed Year 12 at the end of the year. She had the baby adopted. She was able to see the baby every few months. And then she went back to her country of origin.
Oh, wow.
So
amazing.
Whatever problem they have, we try to resolve.
That's so beautiful.
But the ultrasound is great because other people might say it's just a bunch of cells, it's nothing. But once they see their baby moving, the baby develops very early on in the pregnancy. And so for the later stages, more or less just grows.
Yes.
So they see this tiny developed baby, arms and legs moving, heart beating. That happens at 21 days, so very early on.
So amazing, isn't it, that you can see the photo of your baby. You can see the baby moving, putting its thumb in its mouth. Yeah, so really amazing. Such a gift.
They do.
They look like little angels too in the
they
ultrasound.
Do, yes.
There's a gold one we had, and she just looks just like an angel.
And of course then the girls put it on their Instagram page or social media.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe we could discuss Proverbs 23:7. As someone thinks within himself, so he is. As someone thinks within himself, so he is. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yes, so we want to think about things that are noble, things that are good, things that are right.
Yes.
Positive things.
Yeah.
Don't be discouraged by all the negativity.
That's it, rise above it.
Yes, yes, all those bad things can happen, but having faith and hope in the future.
Yeah.
Thinking about what things can we do to help, maybe this person has someone in their life that would support them, like a grandmother or an aunt.
Exactly.
Thinking of, in a positive way,
how
this baby can be saved.
Beautiful. And then another one is Philippians 4:8. Whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, that is beautiful. Yes, very positive.
So just to think about and why not? Because I think the more we think about good things, the happier our lives are. That's a real secret, I reckon. The more things you think about that are positive and good, the happier your life becomes.
Yes, my girlfriend reads the Bible in the morning and her husband reads the newspapers.
Yeah.
So she says, you read the bad news and I read the good news.
That's it, exactly. I mean, we need things to uplift us and keep us happy, and then that goes on to other people as well, and that also changes our own lives, even scientifically and the molecular structure inside our bodies changes when we think positive thoughts. It's quite
yes.
huge.
Yes, so it's faith, hope and love,
Yes,
isn't it, rather than fear
exactly.
and
Yeah.
discouragement and despair.
And if things make you think of those things, then just completely switch off from them and then turn to a positive thought.
Yes.
It's up to us in the end. We do have some control. You
Yes.
know, we can't say it's all outside of us and everything's done badly to us and the world's bad and this and that's bad and all that. We have some power within us, and we need to get back into tapping into the good power within us.
Yes,
which
God is
God-given.
sovereign.
Yes,
God
exactly.
knows what's going to happen in the future.
That's it.
He's sovereign, but we do have free will.
Exactly.
So we can choose to do the path of
That's
good.
it. Yeah, it's our free will. And remember, we have that free will. Like, don't be disillusioned. Don't be weighed down by the weight of the world, so to speak. And there's another one. What's another beautiful one? Oh, here we go. Timothy 1:7. God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline.
Yes. Yes, it's always do not be afraid. Do not be
Yeah.
afraid.
And we do have to have a bit of self-discipline. It's written there, you know,
Yes.
like we don't need to be afraid. We don't need to be timid. We need to follow the right way and have discipline to keep trying every day and not to lose heart, because there will be people that will support you once you take the step to become more positive.
Yes. Thanks,
Exactly.
Mirella.
And I think we're nearly towards the end of the program, but I'll put one more in. So this is Deuteronomy 30:19. Today I have given you the choice between life and death, blessings and curses. Now I call on heaven and earth to witness the choice you make. Oh, that you would choose life so that your descendants may live.
Yes. Choose life and have faith and hope and love.
I
And
think that's
pray.
a perfect way to end the program. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you, Mirella.
I hope you enjoyed the program. Our guest was Katrina Haller, and I'm Mirella Rich, and we'll see you again soon.